as the sun goes down. Just a breath until our next kiss. Never knew of a love like this. A love like this. You and me, baby, loving like crazy, praying that it never ends. Yeah, you and me, darling, we've really got something the world just can't understand. Yeah, it's you and me, falling in love every day till we're both old and gray. Yeah, it's you and me, as long as we live, I'll never know a love like this. Planning trips on the weekends, living life like we're just kids. Pretty soon we'll have a few of our own in our very own home. Yeah, you and me, baby, loving like crazy, praying that it never ends. Yeah, you and me, darling, we've really got something the world just can't understand. Yeah, it's you and me, falling in love every day till we're both old and gray. Yeah, it's you and me, as long as we live, I'll never know a love like this. As life goes on, my love for you will still be strong. And even when it rains, we'll dance away the pain. Yeah, you and me, baby, still loving like crazy, praying that it never ends. Yeah, you and me, darling, we've really got something the world just can't understand. Yeah, it's you and me, falling in love every day till we're both old and gray. Yeah, it's you and me, as long as we live, I'll never know a love like this.
This is going to be a joyous occasion. We're going to have some fun this afternoon, recognizing the gift of Chris and Brittany's love. So we're going to get ready to party, and I need the DJ. Can you make sure Yaz queued up for the reception? Usher? All right, you got it. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to dance, we're going to party, we're going to celebrate. But truly, we're just so honored that you all came and traveled from so many different places to come and celebrate with us. But as their relationship blossomed, they created memories filled with laughter and warmth. And one of the favorite early memories was taking these walks in South Boise, and they would walk and they'd talk and they would dream, and even snuck onto a construction site once and created a very fun inside joke. But Chris, who often worked late nights, began to just appreciate Brittany's love of cooking, whether it's a fancy meal waiting for him or a plated dish with a sweet note. Her culinary skills became a way they bonded. But Brittany loved how thoughtful Chris was, always making sure to find her at church when she was serving, a small but endearing act that made her feel cherished and loved. But the relationship has not been without its challenges. The loss of Brittany's grandfather was one of the hardest moments that they faced together, but Chris's unwavering support during that time, including flying to California, meant the world to not just Brittany, but to her family. And it made her realize Chris is going to always stand by her, support her, and not just support her, but support her family as well. But Chris and Brittany have committed their relationship to God first, and they have prioritized Him and honored Him in each aspect of their love for one another. And their love speaks of Him, and we can all see the blessings that have come forth from that commitment. And so at this moment, we're going to allow Chris and Brittany to share their personal vows that they've written to one another. And so I'm just going to ask, actually, I'm going to give Chris's first. How about that?
I may have written more than what I should have, but I started writing and it just got out of hand. Brittany Ann Flores, from the time we met on an app that I said I would never use, I knew there was something different about you. It took 2 attempts of liking your profile, but eventually you matched with me, and we had the opportunity to start messaging back and forth. For the sake of tradition, I obviously messaged first. To not receive anything back from you for just over a month. Eventually, after your sister convinced you, you finally sent me a message, and I thought to myself that there's absolutely no way that I would be getting message back for a long, long time because of how long you made me wait for the message back. I think it took me 30 to 40 seconds before I This started long text conversations that eventually led to leaving Christmas at Grandpa Guy's and Grandma Rosie's to talk on the phone with a girl that I had never met while blaming it on the fact that I had to take Thomas to Reno so he could work the next day. I think those conversations on average were about 3 hours. Our ability to talk about nothing productive for unreasonable amounts of time showed for the first time a week before the official start of our relationship. Now, according to the template that I had ChatGPT craft for me, I am supposed to tell you the things that I love about you. But if I did that, we would all be here for too long. And my best man's a cripple, so we can't. Brittany, I love how goofy you are in the mornings after you wake up at 5 a.m. and spend your first hours of the day at the gym. I love that when you see me for the first time in the day, you can't help but smile and have so much energy you don't know what to do with yourself. I love how strong-headed you are and that you aren't afraid to get me in trouble when you're repeating the exact same comments I made, but on a much louder scale. Most of the time on accident, but unremorseful about it. I love how you always make sure that people around you are taken care of. You have a huge heart that has enough room for everyone inside it. You work your hardest for the things and the people that you care most about. You give your all to me, and that's all I could ever ask of someone. And most importantly, I love you. Through every moment, whether it be easy or the hardest thing we have ever experienced, I have loved you and continue wanting to love you every day. I promise to always be the person to make sure your car starts to get you to work on time. Even if it includes me waking up in a panic while I'm dead asleep. I promise to make you feel like you are the standard of beauty. Landon's talked about that. I promise to selfishly make you smile. When you smile, you are a light that brightens everything and everyone around you. I promise to always be the person that will love you to the fullest extent of my capability and make sure you have a safe place to sleep, talk, and confide in. I promise to support you and push you to the best that you can be while standing by your side in every single challenge that you face. I promise to respect you and value your opinions even when we disagree. I promise to treat you with kindness and compassion, ensuring that our relationship has a strong foundation for us to grow together. And finally, I promise to be the person that you dreamed of being when you were younger. Our future together is very hopeful and full of potential, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Christopher Weston Kiley. January 4th, 2022, my life changed for the better. From the moment I met you, I knew that you were something special. Your constant love, support, and endless hard work showed me how much you loved and cherished me. You always work hard in everything you do. Our second date, I stood in the kitchen and told Katie I was going to marry Chris. Although I probably was crazy for saying this, which I was, I knew you were the man I wanted to spend forever with. Your love for me shows through everything you do. You are a strong man of God, you have the biggest heart, and you love my family with your whole heart, which means the world to me. From a young age, I saw how much my dad loved and cherished my mom. I knew when I grew up, I wanted that too. Just to let everyone know, they celebrated their 45th year anniversary this year, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now today, in front of my friends and family, I can say I found that person. I know that you will love and support me, even if it means buying a ranch and buying too many horses, cats, dogs, chickens. What else? Maybe pigs, goats, sheep, you name it, I'll get them. When I first met your parents, I knew how much you truly cared and loved about people. Your support for your siblings and parents is amazing to me. You always drop everything to give them a call, give them advice, or just be a light in their room. You have been there through every person in your life, and you do that. As many of you know, Chris is someone that likes to make people laugh. We joke a lot. When I first visited his family in Reno, we laughed probably the entire trip and my mouth was literally sore from smiling and laughing so much. You truly are the light in everyone's whole room and life. I can't wait to laugh and make more memories like those together. Another thing that I love about you is how hard you work. You always put your whole heart into your work and help so many people every day. I know they love and cherish you every single day. I love seeing you do a job that you love. Thank you for being such a wonderful person in my life. I couldn't have asked for a better husband and better life partner. I can't wait to make so many fun memories together. I thought I loved you when I first met you, but after experiencing it, so many highs and lows, I love you truly more and more every day. Your love for me grows as well, which means the world to me. You have been my best friend through it all. You have shown me what unconditional love means. I can't wait to do every part together of life and support each other through it all. I promise to be your best friend, your #1 cheerleader, and your love through every step of life. I promise to be the best wife I can. I promise to always think of you first and love and respect you. I promise to constantly support you and always push you to be the best version of yourself. I will always love you and support you no matter what, and always love and support your family. I promise to be the best mother to our future family, and lastly, I promise to never let you go to bed sad or upset ever again. I love you, Christopher, Weston, Kylie. Here's to forever.
That's awesome. A ring is a fitting symbol to represent the covenant that you are going to make today. Not only are these rings made of the finest metals, reminding you of the purity of your relationship, but they're also a circle. They're a line unending, right? It's meant to remind you that your love, your devotion, and your commitment to one another is also meant to be unending. So Chris, would you repeat after me? I, Chris, take you, Brittany, to be my wedded wife, before God who brought us together, to love and cherish you, even as Christ loved the church, and gave himself for it, to lead you and share all life's experiences with you, by following God through them. I give you the gift of my heart, and I promise to pledge my faithfulness to God and his Spirit first, and to you second, that through his grace we might grow together into the likeness of Jesus, our Savior. Chris, you can place the ring on Brittany's hand. Now, Brittany, would you repeat after me? I, Brittany, take you, Chris, to be my wedded husband, before God who brought us together, to love you, and to cherish you, to submit myself to you, in all things, and to follow you through all life's experiences, as we follow God together. I give you the gift of my heart, and I promise to pledge my faithfulness to God and his Spirit first, and to you second, that through his grace we might grow together into the likeness of Jesus, our Savior. Brittany, you can place the ring on his hand. Well, now that Chris and Brittany have given themselves to each other by the promises that they've exchanged here today, I now pronounce them husband and wife. Chris, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Chris.
Feel the warmth of the summer. I get lost in the colors, golden hours in your eyes. There's a world to discover. All of me is full of wonder. In your light, I'm paralyzed.
met 7 years ago doing a nice, easy stint with the Boise State track and field team. And with that, we've been through some interesting times. From wrestling in the downtown streets, and eventually you losing, and breaking your ankle at the same time, to fireball-fueled speed runs down Bogus, and early morning first chair trips, there has not been a single average day with a group like all of us here. But with you meeting Brittany, you could instantly tell that something was different. From me accidentally crashing your guys' first date, and you apologizing instantly for having to meet me, which, by the way, all your fault. You should not have lied, saying that you were out of town. This is the Christmas trip they were talking about. To that only being a couple weeks later, you would say that you would want to marry this girl. And I'm incredibly happy for you and honored to be here as your best man. So thank you, good buddy.
Brittany and I have been side by side our entire lives, but today is the day I'm the most proud to stand by your side. You get to marry your new built-in best friend, and I am honored to share that role with Chris from today on out. Even though we are twins, if you know us, we are far from identical. And I'll admit, even though it pains me, Brittany is the sweeter, more kind-hearted, and thoughtful one. Maybe that's why she's the one getting married first. And to a guy that is just as thoughtful and kind-hearted. You always hear that saying, when you know, and Brittany and Chris's story proves just that.
As I started thinking about the comments I was going to share with you today about Chris and Brittany, I got some very specific instructions from Brittany. She said, "Don't embarrass me. I promise I won't." She also said, "Don't talk about any old boyfriends." Now, I didn't think that was really a reasonable request. I thought, from kindergarten to high school, there's got to be one story that I can talk about. So Brittany, she compromised, and she said, "Okay, you give me the story, and if I approve it, you can talk about it." Okay, so here it goes. So I thought, well, the best way to do this is just to write down the names of boys she had dated or gone out with, kindergarten through high school. And I thought, then I'm going to think of a story. So I started writing and writing and writing. And before I knew it, I had a whole page full of names. But then all of a sudden it hit me. Brittany's a twin. And when you're a twin, it's very easy for parents to get your lives confused because they're so interactive. And I realized that all those names, the reason there were so many names down there is because they were actually all the guys that Jessica had dated and gone out with.
I'd like to thank every single one of you for attending tonight. I know that a lot of you came from a lot of different places and that it's not easy to travel for a wedding. I've done it all summer. But I appreciate every single one of you coming, spending your time with us just to be here for one night. It means the world to us.
Thank you guys. Thank you for everyone who has put time, effort, and countless hours into helping me and my mom and Stephanie plan this wedding. It is absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't have asked for a better day, better weather, or better company. So you all look fantastic, and let's get the dancing started. I think we're going to have a special couple dances, and then it's time to party. It's time to party.